So I'm going to use a sharpened stick and a pot of ink to start drawing some of the chickens. This is just a bit of, well, it's just a bit of stick. It's a willow stick. I've sharpened it and it gives me a lovely flowing line. So I've started with the head. And I just keep dipping the stick into the ink. It's nice, some of the birds are staying very still. But I'll be ready if they move, then I'll start another one and maybe they'll come back into the same position. So I've got a bit of, their bodies are kind of triangular. But with the ink, the great thing about the ink is that you can't rub it out, so you just have to get on with your drawing and you don't have to worry about any mistakes. And once I've done the ink, I'll let it dry and I'll put some colour on top, so it won't matter if I get any of the things wrong. I'll be able to change them when I put the colour on. But I am going to put lots of lines in for the feathers, because when I come to put the colour on top, probably some of that will show through. So that's one. Let me try another one. Maybe one of the ones that's down on the ground, one that's facing the other way. So maybe I should start with that triangular body first. Do you see it's a little bit like that? It's kind of round there, but it's a bit of a triangle. And then there's the head and a little beak. So just get a point. And then there's a crown, I think it's called, on top. And then I'm going to do the, got a lot of ink there, and I'm going to do the feet last. And the legs face forward, and then we've got 3 toes, so they're angled forward. And as I did with the other one, I'm going to put in lots of texture for the feathers. I think the tail is a bit longer, so I just change it. And somewhere in there, I think I can see an eye. So I'll pause that while that dries, and I'll do some colour. So I've let the ink dry. I blotted it a bit so it would dry quicker, and now I've got a bit of orangey pastel. So this bird that I started with here, it's got lighter and darker orange and brown. So I'll do the main colour first, and you can see at the moment I haven't put much on, so you can actually see the ink. You can see the ink through it. I smudge it a little bit, so that's okay. I think I want to do the red next. I want to see how the red is going to work, because it's got this lovely red crown. Maybe it's that red. Give it a bit of a red crown. And what else has it got? It needs to turn its head round. I think it's got something underneath as well. Something under there. And maybe a different bit of brown and yellow. It's great to put a bit of colour into them. And I could also go back with my... That's better, that's a good colour. I could go back with my ink and do some more, but let's get some colour down here. So this one, I think I'll do that. Smudge it on a bit more, and then maybe I'll try my other colour, and I'll try and get some feathers with this one. Some of them, there's one there that's got a really white back, so I could also rub that off. Get back to the white. And give him a red crown. Got a beardy thing. And maybe it's worth trying a little bit of something on the ground. Maybe put it around their body here. See what that does to give them some ground. There we go. Chickens in ink and pastel.